out to Beyonce for, regardless of how bad her husband is doing financially, for her keeping the wealth. I don't think y'all understand, like, and I get it. She's been with him a long time. She obviously loves him. She has a connection with him. They have 3 kids together. But I don't think it's, let me say this before I say this, because I know y'all be like, you hate on Jay-Z. It's a different type of money. Let me ask you something. So you guys know offhand how many billionaires there are just without seeing them on magazines, right? And trillionaires. Like, there are people out here with true money, right? And they were all at the table with Trump a couple weeks ago. The black people were standing off to the side as butlers and things like that. And so this is a compliment to Beyonce. Really, it is. Because it's like, we know that she's successful, but I like that she doesn't boast about it. I really like that. I really, even though her products rarely sell, I love the tenacity in her. I love the resilience in her. I love the constant elevation, trying to be better than herself. But I do personally feel that she has now became more evolved than her husband. And I say this to say, it's like, y'all, I know you're going to be like, oh, Jay-Z was just on Forbes. Beyonce's not having to take a loan from the house, but she's also not going to give her husband $50 million just like that to go gamble away because he has a severe gambling problem, in my opinion, right? And so, his latest bid, losing a casino, I was like, why did Jay-Z think with the persona, the fake persona that he's put on all these years, that was going to get him in to kind of help black and brown people? And I'm like, it's not what we're doing here. And so, sources close to the family have told me, Beyonce is, in fact, even though Jay-Z does constantly put out on Forbes because he's looking for investors and stuff like that Beyonce is, in fact, richer than her husband. She works more than him. She doesn't have reputational risk. If she needs money, they give it to her. Their entities are separate. And so she allows him to borrow where he can because he's no longer in good graces with the bank, and so he got to go get that. And because she's the wife, of course, it's going to fall on her that they are having financial problems, because guess what? If he can't no longer borrow from the house, guess what the gambling addict is going to do? He's going to come borrow from her. And she's constantly on her grind. You thinking she's taking a break from music? She's really not taking a break from music. She's getting, like, it's like whatever she's going through in her life, she puts that into her music. And so that's why we get different eras when it comes to her. And her next era is supposed to be rock and roll. Doja Cat is rolling it out next week, the 80s with soft rock. You know what I'm saying? That, what did they call that music back in the day? I was born in the 80s, so I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, this is the new era that's coming. And Jay-Z is trying to make a comeback. He's booking himself for the NFL because he needs money. Needs press and things like that. And after his latest big, I just don't know what he's going to do. I don't. This is a lot of money to be putting on the line, and you knew them white folks wasn't finna give you nothing. But in other news, something drastic has happened to Beyonce. Her new era has been stolen. So apparently at her concert in Atlanta, and I don't know why her dancers thought it was okay to park on the side of the street in Atlanta to go and perform at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium and leave their stuff in the car. No one leaves their stuff in the car in Atlanta. When people walk past your car in Atlanta, they need to just see seats. No shoes, no nothing. Every time I've gone anywhere public in Atlanta and have left something in the car, whether it be bags, hell, they stole my baby nebulizer. My baby had a damn asthma attack the same night they stole the nebulizer. I had to go to the emergency room to get him a breathing treatment. And they done stole her new music that's off of her new album that's supposed to come at the height of next year. And they got the guy. Obviously he on that shit, and he's on that shit. He's smoking it. Oh, this is dope. This is dope ad right here. Okay. They set his bail for $200,000 Okay, he's been arrested for stealing that lady music, and apparently they weren't able to recover it, so he sold it. And let me guess, for a hit. And so now, and this is going to lead into, my second show on TashaKLive.com with the AI music and Kalani, and we're going to talk about all that. Kalani being upset that, an AI artist got a $3 million deal and she didn't. And I'm like, well, Kalani, where's the music? Kalani, where's the music? We're not talking about a song. I'm talking about albums. Y'all don't want me to tell you what Kalani really doing around here, okay? It ain't music. But apparently they called him, and now before she is to release, they got to figure out how to get this album before AI gets it. It's a lot of money. We're talking about this era here, her rock and roll era was supposed to be bigger than the Cowboy Carter era. This was a $1 billion album. $1 billion, and she doesn't have it no more. You know what, in my opinion, when people start to go broke, they do a few things, a few strange things for a piece of change. And, I was just told by certain sources that they feel that someone close to her orchestrated the robbery. I'm going to leave that there for y'all to guess. That's a sip secretly there, but apparently money is tight. And you always can't trust who you can trust. But when you need certain things, sort of like insurance, when these celebrities' houses get broken into, her mother just, filed a false police report, in my opinion, saying that her house got broken into, but it was her ex-husband, Richard Lawson, going to get his stuff. I just feel that if somebody from her family that was close to her, who has been having severe money troubles, set her up, this is explosive, because we're talking about a $1 billion rock and roll era album. And you mean to tell me this crackhead was able to, they could have gave him $100 more than what he sold it for, allegedly, and got it back.